Hydra baby.
Deck the halls with boughs of holly. 'Tis the season to be jolly. Don we now our gay apparel. Fa la 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 la. Troll the ancient Yuletide carol. Fa la 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 la.
How's everyone's Christmas going? Why was it small? There we go. A bit better. Hang on a second. I'm going to Christmasify this backdrop. Let's go Christmassy. Here we go. Ready? 3, 2, 1. No, it's not Christmassy at all. This one. Yeah, that'll do. And I guess I'm going to be tiny. As you can see my name in the corner. If you didn't know who I was or what I was doing, I guess this is probably not the best. Oh, we got my name off. There we are. Can't have that leaking onto the internet. Merry Christmas, everybody. How is your Christmas morning, afternoon, or potentially? It won't be Christmas Eve anymore. It's Christmas for everybody. The mental calculation going on. How is everyone doing? How is it all? How's it going? Right, I'm just going to move stuff because I can't see the chat right now. Let me just... Right, remember, click live chat, not top chat. Then do... Yeah, because then you can see everyone, because sometimes people get spammed. That's true across YouTube. Right. I got you. Hey, Helen, Eric, Papa Ski, Shape of Soup. Nice to see you, Soup. People not a big fan. I'll just call you something else. I'll call you People. And Wendy, surprised you could make it. I imagine you guys would be like super busy this morning / afternoon. Is there no Christmas service? There may is a Christmas, of course, service. Which I hope my parents are on their way to a Christmas carols. That was last night, wasn't it? Merry Christmas, Eric. How is everybody? I sound a bit croaky today, don't I? Let's go sort my lighting out. As you can tell, I'm a little bit late. There we are. Boom. That's better. Before or after? Lighting is everything, guys. There you go. Already done church. Okay, tick that one off. Fantastic. I didn't realize how much I needed this, Pavlovsky. Exactly. I mean, it's just a case of there are cats everywhere because someone, me, left a bag of cat treats on the floor, really high value. Off they've gone. Off they trot. They're going to eat them all. Right, I need to just turn my volume down. No, I don't. I need to turn the volume up. What am I doing? So we're going to get Christmassy in this thing. We are going to get Christmassy in this place. Right, again. Moment. So how's everyone's Christmases going? Like, tell me, what's Christmas like out there beyond my front door, where I dare not venture? What's it like out there? Are there dragons? Peaceful Christmas. Hang on. Right. I'm going to deal with the bag of cat food. In fact, I'm just going to dispense it. The cats have got some amazing treats today. Right. Okay, here we go. Right, that's them sorted. Papaska, I've already had a big misunderstanding today, and without knowing your time zone, it's hard to tell how well you're doing there. Yeah, I'm sorry. I mean, Concrete Jungle reporting back from the Frontline of Christmas. Tell me, how is it going over there? How is Christmas for you right now? How is it How's it hanging? because the kittens have managed to knock a box of dry food into their litter tray. Oh, it'll be interesting to see if they try and eat it. Oh, Confuse a Cat Limited. Mix cat food with litter. Let's see what happens. Christmas can go in room 101. Expectations versus boundaries. Don't I know it? Why do you think I'm with the cool people today? All right, boys, you're with me today. That sort of thing. We got our cat a freeze-dried tuna lolly, but we got confused by how to eat it. That's fantastic. It was awesome here in Australia. I just spent the day pet sitting, so lots of animals. Check. Few people. I am... So, I had a bit of a tech issue, which means if you don't mind me struggling with tech issues, we can get another camera online, and you can see what I can see, which is tripod stands and a buttload of cats. 1, 2, 4. It's easy to count them in twos. 2, 4, 6, 8. Hey, Julian. Papaski, you're welcome. It's only been a few minutes. So, see how you feel in an hour, or 2, or 3, or 4, or 5, or 6. Toffle, my sister woke me up now and was like, you need to get up, Mike is live. Toffle's sister. Thank you. We know Toffle was in Moomin Dreamland and got instantly teleported into the harsh reality of Christmas Day. Toffle's sister did it. I have to see that meme. Tanwen? First autistic Christmas. I'm being silly, of course. Expect that. But like, yeah, that's congratulations on the autism. Extra autism cake for you today. Because I know what you mean. Because yeah, the first Christmas is the first one where you start to go, okay, I think I'll accommodate myself. I think I will intentionally bring some headphones, or I'll intentionally wear them, or I will intentionally. I think there's a bit of a danger of coming across like an asshole. That's not how you are or how people are. It's just, the danger is when you start to assert a little bit, come across a little bit. It can be an interesting mix, especially when you're with people who you don't normally spend time with. Thanks, Jasper. Fish tank water is down because obviously all of the cats have been drinking it. And I now need to move the filter. Which I've now done, no panic. A second after TX's Christmas was the best decision I made. Eric, checking, we'll get back to you about how Christmas is going. I need to hear from people on the front line of Christmas today. How is Christmas? Now, I'm having to stream through my web browser today, which is kind of annoying because for some reason, OBS was not picking up the camera. And I decided to give myself 10 minutes to try and figure it out. So I'm not doing it that way, which means I can't put a label on the screen. Or can I? I can't. Ooh. Let me put do not disturb on. Or I do not wish to be disturbed. It's basically my standard. It may be Christmas, but isn't cats drinking a bit much? Yeah. Drinking cats. Come here. Have this one. This one is. This is my Anna ferret. Kiss, 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 kiss. All reports that are coming from morning formations are not in, sir. Report. Cat command. Cat command. Here. No? Anna does not like the Christmas tree, which is great. It's not a bad Christmas tree. I don't want to hurt his feelings. I badly dressed you. I'm sorry. The Christmas tree is dressed like it had 2 minutes to get ready before going out today. We bought the kids a big octopus in Pets at Home and they love it. Big octopus? I didn't see an octopus in Pets at Home. I would 100% have. You're going to go through that. Yeah, we're going to have an accident. Don't drink. We'll go to fish tank. I will sort out fish tank cam, and you can all see the accident unfolding. Because this cat is about, I don't know, probably about 3 kilos, maybe. And she's relying on a very cheap, badly made plastic lid, which is bowing under her pressure because she sits on it on top of the tank. And it's bowing to the point where her tail and her feet are wet. You're going to go swimming with the fishies and... Just need a red robin to complete the set. I actually quite like those birds. The seasonal birds. I think of those as Kaylin Parlow's branding elements now. Like, you see, I think of Kaylin's channel. Everything is permissible at Christmas. Well, except for murder. And speeding. Get a speeding ticket. Or drinking in public. That's also probably not permissible. She's back on the tank, but anyhow. Oh, I just witnessed a wren and a blue tit in the garden. Amazing! I love wrens. Blue tits are fine too, but wrens are kind of special. They're tiny little birds. I don't know how much a wren weighs, but it's like the amount. There's a packet of skips. I don't know if that reference works everywhere. I have a robin on my feeder tree. There's a pig in the Discord. Amazing. I'm going to have to go and be sociable for a while as all the grandchildren are here. Well, I mean, that's one option, Wendy. The other option is you could tune in on the main TV. That's another option. Oh, I'm sorry. What a day. I've got yeah, this is probably the save the stream, but this is probably the most obligation-free kind of Christmas for a while, for a few years. I always think about the times where it's just been pretty chill, you know, a few people and people just doing their own thing. Do you know what I mean? Maybe some people playing games, maybe someone else just cooking or chilling or something or doing whatever. How's Christmas going? It's going well. Thank you. Thank you, Helen. Maurice is now 4.6 kg. I'm thinking like 4.6 kilos of solid gold. And Salem 4.1. I'm surprised Salem's not caught up. Maurice, that's 4.6 is pretty big. It's the kind of like, I think of 5 kilos in a cat as kind of the cutoff as to where you need to use an extra piece of worming tablet, because worming tablets are usually up to 5 kilos. Sometimes 4. So it'd be like 1.5. You don't have to use worming tablets. There are drops as well. All sorts of things. Oh, we can talk about that another time. Let's start a stream and talk about feline parasites. Do you know what I mean? Let's talk about feline parasites. What else would you do on a Christmas afternoon? You see, my conversations about feline diseases and like, so I just said feline diseases and they all looked at me. Must have been the F. No. Okay. Where is the fluffy water goddess? You're not talking about Nina, I think. Yes. Honey glazed worms. Yes. It's nice actually. Like outside, I've got the window open. It's not actually that cold today. It's quite warm. All right, I've got a little notice telling me that my connection's a bit bad. Give me 1 second. Ah! There we go. Fixed. Thank you, cats. Cool. Like, so I'm on Ethernet, wired, but I also have Wi-Fi as a backup and use both. And for some reason, this stream is running through Wi-Fi, which is not ideal. And the Wi-Fi antenna was knocked over by one of the cats. So I just popped it back up again, and we're good. Right, where was I? Long. I mean, really long. I mean, okay, fine. I've just interrupted her jump. I think it's yeah, Tosca's. Wait. Tosca. Yeah. Look how long. Look at the long. First of all, we have a cat, and then we have long. That piece. What did you call this piece? What's it called? And then obviously the smelly end. Okay, she's Christmas cat. Nina did, Helen, especially when I said that 87% of people suggested that she was able to have some sweets. We still have 3 to unwrap. These are not just any worms, they're marketed to as a chip of cooked hand-reared organic worms. Yeah. I had a very bizarre conversation with a farmer this year who said, "Do you worm your cats?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Well, you can't be vegan if you worm your cats." And I'm like, "What the hell are you talking about?" I'm just, where practicable, trying to like, they have to be wormed. Holy crap. Good morning, good morning, Jean. We're talking about intestinal parasites today. We are. Oh, by the way, Wendy, I saw your message when I saved the last stream, and it caught my eye as I sort of scrolled, where you said, are After Eights vegan? They are. After Eights are vegan. The people and their gotchas, yeah. I think it's not the vegan thing, it's the autism thing, but it's like, please don't try and gotcha me on something that I've spent a lot of time. I've spent a lot of time with this. I've got a reasonable idea. It's like, what? Okay. I'm going to finish this tea before it gets cold. But yeah, I do. Yeah, the gotcha thing is something I'm not missing today. There's a family dinner. It's presumably running now, actually, and it just makes. I do shudder. I didn't decline it. Neither did on our collective behalf. But they're always fun. I feel it like it's like an unpaid acting gig. And that's not to say, because the presumption, which I might mention quite a few times, is that you're actually like a nasty person underneath and you're masking to be polite. That's actually not the way it is at all. But that's kind of the hidden implication whenever you talk about it. It's the thing I don't like talking about masking. It's like, oh, I'm masked like Phantom of the Opera. I'm actually an evil, timeless asshole held back by this thin veneer of social acceptability. That's not what it is. It's just, you know, oh, Mike, stop fidgeting. Oh, Mike, don't do that. Oh, Mike, would you mind just not, or just like, shh, or a little kick under the table, that sort of thing. That's, I think, more of the asshole thing than anything else. I did catch. I saw my dad yesterday, and I'm like, Dad, you're a bit loud. Like, what? His voice volume is never right. Oh, autistic male boomers. You're fine, by the way. If you are an autistic male boomer and you're in the chat, it's just like that's my dad. Just and yeah, he managed 22 years in the army and has the executive functioning capabilities of a used battery. I'm on tea right now, but I'm sure at some point the wine will start. So if you're only going to be able to watch one of the 3 streams, probably check in about 10 hours. That's my advice to you, depending on what time zone you're in. Maggie says, when I mask, I seem more normal than any neurotypical. I'm actually the most unnormal, but nobody knows. And I think I want to do the thin slice judgment study again. That study needs to be reproduced because it was based on people filming themselves for like an interview or something. They filmed themselves, I think, for like a minute. I don't think it was dating. I think it was for like an interview. I think that was the premise. And then those films were, screenshots were taken and little clips were used. And that's what the thin slice judgment study was based on, video. Because we know that sort of prejudgment happens pretty much instantly. You know, if you're autistic, based on a video, screenshots and small pieces of video clip, generally speaking, you'll be seen as trustworthy, which is nice. You'll be seen as somebody that's fine to live next to, totally fine. You're not smelly at all. But of course, you know, hanging out with, dating, you know, any sort of involvement is bad. Basically, you're like a tax accountant. That's how neurotypical see it. But that double empathy thing needs to be, that's not double empathy, it is double empathy problem, but like that thin slice judgment study needs to be redone. I'd like to see more because it's not always video, is it? I mean, it is for me right now, like, but it's not always. Oh, and with text, no prejudice. I wonder if the judgments are reversed in autistic people. Does autistic people give off good vibes to me? Yeah, I wonder that, Toffel. I feel that way too. Maybe it's a less judgment because we have enough empathy to know that it feels crap to be bullied. Therefore, could be that. Could be that. It's interesting. Although in reverse, it would be more like, you neurotypicals, I hate you. That would be in reverse, I think. But actually, it's more like left right handedness. It's like a mirror image, isn't it? I don't know. I'm talking crap. I'm sorry. Yeah, my dad was in the army 22 years too. Shape of soup. Oh, sweet. Whereabouts was your dad? What did he do? My dad was in the Royal Army Medical Corps. He was he left as a staff sergeant, which is, what's that in American? Colour sergeant? Shouty one? I think my dad wasn't that shouty, really. Yeah, he did blood tests and things, ran the lab, did lab work, and he was in the Gulf War and so on. But yeah, a prescribed life seemed to work really, really well for him. Because, you know, after leaving the army, he really struggled. Someone should wake up neurodivergent. My dad was in the RAF in World War II. Wowzers. Wow. That's like really incredible to hear. Like, wow. And waking up, hey, Autistic Tech. The double stream thing with Jen is really funny. It's like she texted me. It's okay for me to say this, and basically like, oops, yeah, sorry about that. I did suggest streaming it to my channel, and I think the only bit that made, yeah. So obviously when we were talking about smack scenes and things, I think basically the AdSense on a stream runs anywhere between like 10 cents and maybe $3 or $4. That's kind of typical for a stream. Which, you know, barely covers the electric, basically. But basically, when Jen was on and we were talking about, you know, smack scenes, not smack, you know, I can't say the word, it's YouTube. It becomes a bit interesting. YouTube will demonetize your content or demonetize that video and put warnings, a little warning card on it. And afterwards, when Jen left, I'm like, Jen, you have to like disable the video. You have to end the stream on your side. I was still live on her stream even after Jen had left, and just this sense of obligation of don't fuck it up, Mike. Don't fuck it up, Mike. It's just very present. Later, people. I'm to be late. No, don't be. Oh, don't be. I don't want you to replace a normal Christmas obligation with this Christmas obligation. You haven't missed anything. We talked about feline intestinal parasites, and we talked about cats falling into fish tanks. Helen Edwards, my brain heard smack scenes, but I know what you're on about now from last night. That is what I said. I said smack scenes exactly like that in order to kind of... I'm sorry, everyone. My dad was a merchant marine in World War II. He got sunk once. Whoa. Stationed in Murmansk, Russia for 6 months. That's incredible. I feel like the merchant navy had such a hard time during World War II. I've not got direct experience, and I'm not a big sort of navy person, ship thing. Obviously, I love the sea, but it's not like because of the stuff that floats on it, really, or in it. And I've seen a submarine. I've seen a German U-boat, but I've seen sunk ships. There's lots of sunk ships. Some of them don't even have identification. Obviously, is it hypermasking really hard to get Christmas right? Yeah, it is. And I think that's why also neurotypicals feel similarly. I don't think this is like, oh, there's just autistic or ADHDers that feel additionally challenged at this time of year. It's just true for everybody. USA, but US and Russia allies in World War II. True. I haven't seen any Russian things. We occasionally get a Russian sub in the water here. Not a diving thing really, but like one pulled up some fishing gear a few years ago now. But yeah, I don't know why the Russians are poopling around next to the Isle of Man, but you know, sometimes they do. Oh, my granddad was an engineer for the planes in World War II. That's amazing. It's also, the world wars are a big special interest for a lot of people as well. OP, currently searching for documents in doom areas, I suppose I should call them. Documents in doom areas? Oh, what do you mean? Russians call it World War II, they call it the Great Patriotic War. Yeah, that confused the heck out of me for years. I have a pint of Bailey's and a Yule log. Yule log chaser. To wash down the pint of Bailey's. Wowzers. I'm going to finish this tea before it's unpalatably cold, and then I've got another drink. Because obviously, multiple drinks is the order of the day, right? I just have some squash in this one, and then some tea in this one. There is Anne. There is a vegan Baileys, by the way. It's called it's called Dirty Cow, and it's really nice. But Baileys also have their own vegan Baileys, but the Dirty Cow brand I think is nicer than the vegan Baileys. Anyway, there you go. Just in case anybody's up for some non-dairy Baileys. I moved my stuff to another room and not everything in this place. Lots of doom piles. Oh, the piles of doom. I call it hiding. Hiding. Get it? Yeah, you can get non-dairy Baileys. But Baileys, the brand, have a vegan Baileys, but there is an alternative brand called Dirty Cow that already do it, and they do like a chocolatey one, and they do a few others, and they are really, really nice. Think, yeah, they're dangerously nice, and about $20 will get you quite a reasonable bottle. You can get like taster bottles as well if you want to try a taster bottle. I didn't realize that Soviet meant committee either. That's also something I didn't know. It's amazing. I love just the knowledge. Jen and I in the chat too, we were all talking about last night, but like the idea that basically I'm like, okay, it's time to info dump about, I don't know, plants. I'm just looking out the window and I see some plants. I'm like, okay, plants. My brain has still not come online. Yeah. Doom moon piles. Oh, please tell me you don't have doom piles of moomins. That's just... My father's obsessed with World War II. It's a special passion. Is there a vegan Kahlua? I don't know. Hotel Chocolate do one, but I don't. It's not going to be vegan though. Nah. I mean, technically, yeah, you can get a Kahlua that's dairy free, but apparently the sugar is a process that's not vegan friendly. What the fuck do they do with the sugar? What do they do with the sugar? What do they do with the sugar, people? What do they do with the sugar? Do they strain it through like cat intestines or something? What do they do with it? Doom piles. Ah, right. Okay, the remainder of the tea is now unacceptably cold. Pallid over there. I just have to hydrate basically because I've not long been up, I'm afraid. Can you see Reginald District to get an IP? Later, Peter, can I recommend something to you? So I use Evernote. You will need to use, username, password, put a really strong password that you don't use anywhere else, etc., etc., etc. But Evernote's fantastic for just, in fact, if you just have even an iPhone, I think in iOS 18 now, it now categorizes stuff like screenshots versus documents versus whatever. But I don't use the native camera app. I just literally scan all any paper documents like that into Evernote, which OCRs them, optical character recognition. It's a pretty old tech, really. But it means that those paper documents and things, like I hate finding paperwork. Finding papers is something that inordinately stresses me out. Like it stresses me out far more than yeah. Far more than it actually is worth. So, yeah, but if I can just search Evernote, yeah, before I know I'll need them, yeah, everything gets scanned in. Yeah, everything gets scanned in. And Yeah. Yeah, definitely do that. Like every single thing, just snap it on your phone, save it. Just I don't even bother putting searchable keywords in. Like I don't put tags, nothing. I don't even care. Like the name of the note is the the day and the time. Just a stamp of when, and it just sends it to PDF. Yeah. But years and years ago, maybe about 5-6 years ago, I got a scanner, a paper scanner, one where you can put like 30 sheets in it and it will just scan both sides, turn it into PDF. That was for work, but I found that really, really useful for doing the same thing. So in the living room, there is a drawer, which if you open it, this pile of doom will just escape and it will just, you can't open it because there's so much pressure on the door of this cupboard door. You open the cupboard door, it will just go, and it's just paperwork. It's just papers and bits and shit and everything, right? But mostly scannables. And at some point, I need to sit down and scan it all in, but I haven't yet. So there's two sources of truth here. There's Evernote, and then there's the stuff that isn't yet in Evernote. And there you go. But yeah, definitely do that later. Yeah, no one needs this shit of having to find the right piece of paper for the right thing. Do NTs have a doom room? I reckon they do, Tamwin. I reckon they do. I reckon everyone has a doom drawer. This is my doom drawer here. It's got random crap in it. And then the other drawers are sorted, like camera stuff in here, and then microphone things in here, and then cables in here. Yeah. So that's like organized, but then I have like a dump drawer. Everyone's got a drawer or a box of random crap, or multiple boxes. It depends if you've got the sorty outy autism or not. How systematizey are you? My house is doomed. Oh, Christmassy doom though. Doom drawers. Layla P, I don't pay for Evernote anymore. No, I did. You used to. But I use it now. Not so often. That the free plan is fine. Just all that stuff, and electricity bills and things. And so more reports in. So far, Christmas morning's going well. Laid back, but not in isolation. It's cold outside, but the heat works. No pipes are frozen. It's not 8 a.m. yet. Aww. Okay. Second stream, Eric. Some shit will have gone down. I can feel the warmth of the planet coming from coming from the Americas as everyone starts waking up, and then a few hours later, just the human tragedy starts. I'm not saying it's always like that. It depends, right? But Later P, for us late folks, how's your Christmas been? Oh, mine's been quite well. Surrounded by cats. How's yours? There are lots of links of neurodivergence and hoarding. That's true. I've got a book to do. Called How to Keep House While Drowning. A Gentle Approach to Cleaning and Organizing. And this was recommended, nothing to do with the channel, but this is recommended on a forum called Neurodivergent Cleaning Crew, which I'm not a member of. But Nina found this recommended there, so I got this book. Tea and Tails it. It's not an autism thing. But it says, have you ever looked at piles of dishes in the sink and wanted to crawl into bed? Yes, all the time. Or found yourself staring at the overflowing recycling bin thinking, why is my life such a mess? What's a recycling bin? Casey Davies, therapist and busy mother of two, will introduce you to her 6 life-changing principles. I don't know. I read the, what's her name? The Korean lady who has a show and a book. I read her book. Like, does it spark a joy? Does this a spark of joy? And then sort of thanking your clothes before throwing them out or something. But yeah, I'll do this at some point. And then obviously someone will win this. This book will go to somebody. I bought her book, but it didn't spark her joy, so I threw it away. Marie Kondo, that's it actually, yeah. That book is so good, very ND friendly. This one, Judy Bell, nice. I'm really glad to hear it. So this is on the, I will do this. It'll be in the new year now, because it won't be in the next week. But yeah, and then someone will get the book. I like the way that it's formatted. Pretty cool, right? But anyway, yeah, I do like that. How to Keep House While Drowning is a great myth. Also coming up on Tea and Tales, I don't think I can give this book away. This one, I don't think I can give it away because it isn't mine, but we'll do it though. It's called Autism, Equality in the Workplace by Janine Booth. This is very British. Janine Booth is a workplace trade union representative and co-chair of the TUC Disabled Workers Committee. She's autistic and a walking advertisement for autism in the workplace. Get more autism in your workplace. But yeah, I have not read the book yet, but this is small and it's actually given to employers. This is actually a workbook for employers on autism and equality in the workplace. So yeah, we'll do that. Janine Booth is amazing. I agree with you. The work she does is fantastic. This book, I could probably read in like a quarter of a live stream. I mean, out loud as well. But this is like not a book. Like you're not going to get it in Waterstones or whatever, and I don't think I can give it away. So I'm not sure what to do with that one. But what I mean when I say I'm autistic, it still has to be done. This book has come with me to England and back. Like it's had like 4 sailings. It's been at the bottom of my bag. It's gotten scratched and beaten up. What I mean when I say I'm autistic by Annie Kotovich. We have to catch up. We've got a bit of a backlog going on. And then we've got this one here, which is called Being Autistic and What That Actually Means by Neem Garvey. I pre-ordered this. I was one of the first people to get this book. But it's you know, quote unquote for kids, right? That's what it's aimed at. Well, I think it could be good. Oh hell! Do you know what we should? Do you know what we should do? We should just take one of these live streams and just turn it into a Tea and Tales, and then just do it there and then. I mean, impromptu Christmas Tea and Tales. That's completely unplanned. Let me know, and then someone can win a book. I don't think I can give this one away though. I'll have to check. It's not mine. But these two I can. I bought them to give away. And the kids' book are great for the grandparents. Yeah. I think I kind of want to do this one because this is Layla P's up for a Tea and Tales. Because welcome to being autistic. Do you know what's kind of making me feel a bit sad about this is could I not have had this? Annie Cottage's book is short but excellent for doing a impromptu live. I think I agree with you, Shudi. It's quite short. I don't. Yeah. Finding out I'm autistic. Will I become a different person? Sometimes I feel like I come from a different planet to everyone else. Does being autistic mean I'm actually alien? No, it doesn't. The drawings are fantastic. Eye contact, facial expressions, jokes, special interests. Masking, meltdowns, learning styles, fierce focus. Oh, that's a great term for what I think will be monotropic focus, monotropic attention styles. Hypermobility, ADHD, learning difficulties, dyslexia, dyspraxia. Very cool. I'm up for tea and toast too. Okay. Oh, for a nut roasty, much easier. One of the family's allergic to nuts. Oh no. Oh, it's not their fault, Wendy. But nut roasts are great. I don't actually know what. I do kind of know a bit of what we have because I bought it from the shop from Tesco. But Tea Fairy is going to be making some food. Is hypermobility really a trait of autism? So, yes, it can be, as can intellectual and learning difficulties as well, as can quite a few things. There's a big overlap. I have said the word comorbidities before, and it kind of is the right word, but morbid means death. Co-occurring is probably better, but I'm not policing people's language. In this book, it says, this is also known as being double jointed, which means extra bendy joints. A joint's part of the body where two bones meet, like at the elbow, shoulder, and knee. For some people, this might mean having more flexible joints, like me. For others, being hypermobile can make certain activities more tiring, like handwriting or walking. Yep, using pens for long periods is a problem for me. I'm not going to bend it all the way back, okay? Because the pain goes from there's no pain, no feeling, right? Until 10 out of 10. And where that 10 out of 10 hits, yeah. Do you know what I'm trying to say? There is no marker. There's no marker. And I'm not going to like torture myself on stream for views. But yeah, like there's an example there. There's one example. I can bend it more. I'm not going to. But people who are hypermobile need plenty of exercise to make sure their muscles are stronger so they can support the bendy joints. People like the author of this book who are extremely hypermobile and stretchy might have hypermobile Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, little h, capital EDS, which means they are extra, extra bendy. Yeah, hypermobility. If you're not hypermobile, it doesn't mean you're not autistic either. None of this is... The criteria for autism is quite interesting insofar as hypermobility isn't even listed as a criteria. Neither is ADHD, neither is dyslexia or dyscalculia. None of these things are dyspraxia, developmental coordination disorder. None of these things aren't like, oh, you have to have all of these things and go and collect yourself a whole load of disability cards. It's not like that at all. I'm anti-double jointed, my joints are stiff. Always struggle with handwriting though, yeah. Judy Bell. Mike, have you heard of the connectome theory in relation to autism? I'm not sure if I said that right. It talks about weak connective tissue and links between autism and IBS, understand loss. I have. So I'm not an expert by any means, just a little bit of reading. And yeah, there are some suggestions from quite a long time, by the way. A lot of these suggestions go back like decades about how can you hear the chicken? It's yeah, linked to connective issues and bowel problems essentially. Yeah, it's super interesting. I mean, it's kind of like an emergent area, as there's no like, you can't say, hey, this, but yeah, it does appear to be there. Quite a bit of overlap. Definitely. I'm sorry you've had a heart attack. And yes, I agree with you. Sorry, Helen, it wasn't cookie now. Well, it might have been. Okay, cosmic sleep apnea, yeah. And like, I mean, hell, you don't even have to be autistic to be accepted in this community. And I don't just mean with me. I mean, in general, I think we can be super, super proud. I think we can celebrate, and as a wider community, and I don't even just mean on YouTube. I don't even just mean online. I think we can be so proud that we have a amazingly supportive, accepting, validating, educating group. I don't know what word to use. Creative autistic. I don't really think it is. Well, it kind of, for my throat it is. I have to keep hydrating. Minquels, Merry Christmas. Really? Yeah, we are. I'm not sure what the word is, particularly when you start opening it quite wide, but... Oh, thank you, Chili. You're the kindest. Thank you very much. We're not? How come I had to get strip searched at the door? Damn it! Was TJ running the door? I'm sorry, Soup. I'm sorry. I'm sorry TJ was the bouncer that day. Oh, you can't burp. You're totally random noises. I'm so sorry, Topple. That's funny. Well, it's not funny, but like, it's just what you wrote was funny. Madam Nautica stopping and say, happy holidays. We're hopping in the shower. It's a beautiful day here in Maine. Beautiful. We've got snow and sun. It's cold AF. Ain't life grand. It's kind of warm here on the Isle of Man. It's like officially, it's 12 degrees Celsius. We're 53 Fahrenheit. What the heck? I'm almost going to like take my sweater off. Do you know what I mean? What the hell? I guess it saves on the bills a bit. Hello, I'm tuning in for a little bit. It's late night time here. Hey, Hug. It's colder here in California. It's colder in California right now. Wow. Wow. Okay. I'm sorry we've got your warm. I'm feeling a bit of Southern Hemisphere stuff coming on right now. I also think it's kind of fun how the sun never sets on the Autisti-cats. Do you know what I'm saying? The sun never sets on the Autisti-cats. Except when it's cloudy. I think I may have go too, in good company, but... Currently 40. I have to translate your freedom units into... Oh, 4 point... Oh, wow. Okay, so you're pretty cold. You're like fridge temperature out there. 33F again, Soup. I'm in 33F. I'm typing it into 0.56 Celsius. Wow. The Fahrenheit scale is far too precise and counterintuitive. Because I don't need to know if it's like... Maybe... Wait, hang on, I'm trying to... Okay. Maybe you do. Maybe you do. Around between 30 and 35 Fahrenheit. It probably does make sense to know which one of the numbers it is. But like Celsius has decimal points too. So you can say like 37.5 if you want to. We prefer eagle feathers, sir. You know what's really funny? You know the sound of eagles. You know, and you played Assassin's Creed or watched I don't know what else it would be in, but in general, that eagle sound, the sound, that was completely wrong. That was a peacock. Mike, that was a peacock. That sound. It's a red-tailed kite. It's not an eagle. It's like car shows or the Fast and Furious type thing where they dub engine sounds and exhaust sounds onto cars. They dub gear changing noises from other things. My feral cat's begging to go outside. Why? It's wet and cold. It's feral though. That's the thing. I always say Julian is my feral cat. He's my little feral. He's totally unferal now. 9C outside. So Helen, it's actually warmer here than where you guys are? No way. I must remember to schedule those breaks and maybe we'll do them on the hour. But baby, it's cold outside. That is such a horrible song. That's such. I thought that song was creepy when I was a kid. I'm like, is this a man going to be saying that to me? I didn't think of it. I wasn't thinking of it as like a gay thing or whatever. I was just like, oh my god! I didn't even think of it as like a sexual thing. It was like, is some dude going to be like, no, you can't go? And I'm like, fuck, I'm trapped. I'm gonna have to punch him. I can work up to it. I went to church without a coat. First time ever because state. Will you go, Wendy? It's just warm. I just noticed the cat gloves. Tigers. The tiger gloves. Not just any cat. Tiger today. Give me a moment. Merry Christmas. So you encouraged me the other day. This might beg some questions as to which bank is going to be robbed. Just work with me on this. You may have some questions. For example, Mike, why do you have these things? You may have some questions. Why do the paws not match the face? Vegan Baileys. Is this your superhero mask? Oh my goodness me. Let's do some overlay time. It's the cat. Wow. Where did you get the human eye mask? That's awful. So all I was saying is, don't judge me. And this is perfect for horrifying cats. Yeah, I like keeping your nose warm. It horrifies cats. They don't like it. They don't like it. It's the kind of weirdness I live for. Stephanie. A little tea cozy for the nose. I didn't see the matching gloves. Yeah, 2 sets of ears. Go. How's the fabric? It's lycra and it's clean. It just smells of nothing. It smells of nothing. Some said that yesterday's cat ears were strange. They did, and they were banned. I'm joking. Double ears. They're the wrong ones. These are Saber's ears. Tea Fairy will come around the corner in a minute and be like, what the fuck? Got to go socialise? With who, Toffle? With whom? You need a tail to complete it. Funny you should say that. These are actually socks, by the way. Yeah, Toffle, you smash it. Parents and sister. Maybe there is a Moomin wrapped up for you. I hope so. Creative Autistic. This is the first time I've watched your live stream. Is this a normal thing? It is. I've been streaming for a year now. Over a year. Yeah. Yeah. I think this is like the ADHD side of the channel. So to be very no fetish shaming. Funny I changed appearance to dramatic. What happened to your nose? There's nothing normal about Mike. I'm not sure how to take that. You stream as a cat once a week. Well, better than this like VTuber shit, you know. This is real. Someone comes to the door or something, and I'm like, "Hey, what up?" I mean, with a cat. Well, you could either see yesterday's stream. Yesterday's stream was something else. The question none of you have asked, which is the obvious question, which is, why do you have these things? Ow. I just caught my knee on my desk. I'm gonna have to keep it on now because this is gonna mess my hair up so bad. I also need a drink, which is causing an issue. So, actually, here comes the tea fairy. Let's just act normal, everyone. Act normal. Act like nothing's happening. She's on the way. Okay, ready? Act normal. She didn't look in. She didn't. Act normal, everyone. Don't give it away. Oh, she's making tea. Damn it. Tanwen, I'm running 3 streams today. This stream will run until 2 p.m. I'm not sure where you are, Tanwen. 2 hours. We're an hour in. This is the halfway point. Then I'm going to start another stream. And then I'm going to have another little break. And then I'm going to start another stream. So, all day, basically. I ran away, it was too loud. Oh, it's awful. Tell you what. I'll make you a deal. Go and show your glorious self to your family. Bring me with you. I will do the social for you. But you have to bring me with you. Carry me on your electronic device. Oh, I can't pick it up. Pick up your electronic device and then carry me in with you like this. And I will say hello to them. Nothing bad will happen, I promise. Nothing bad will happen. I will make it happen, Helen. My mum is hoovering. Hello, Toffle, ma'am. Sorry, everyone. I'm literally losing it. Merry Christmas. Someone send Mike a mouse now, people. Not a big fan. I think going back about a month or so ago, I think we had them brought in on every stream. When the after party happens, so about a month or so ago, after YouTube, we do the members exclusive stream, and every single time, I think Hydra brought a mouse or a rat in. She's just been going out and getting them and bringing them in on Tuesday night. Simon, see you later. Have a lovely day. Thanks for streaming extra today. You're welcome. Thanks for coming. This is going to surprise people that turn up, I think. I also need to make some mince pies. Mince pies have not been made, and it's a compulsory thing. So there will be mince pies. All the ingredients are in, which is basically just pastry, some butter, vegan butter, but still butter, and mincemeat. Hug Bloom. Oh, Hydra, yeah. She's like, time for a mouse. Well, then we're stalking pheasants today in the garden. That's kind of ambitious, Wendy. Hydra calls it a Tuesday night special. It's basically like Tuesday night takeaway night. And she goes like, okay, it's going to be cat dash today. I see. I'll go get it then. And then she comes in and then dumps it on the floor in front of her kittens. And goes, look, here you go. This is how you do it. Jenny K, we can make mince pies together. That's what we shall do. Because mince pies are awesome. And I learned yesterday from Jen that mince pies aren't a thing in America. Why is that okay? Why is that no mince pies in the US? Wow, you guys are really missing out. They are nice. Mice are better on Tuesdays. Yeah, they're cooked just right. Mince, it's mincemeat, but it's just like candied fruit. Like it's like spiced fruit. It sounds, the way I'm saying it sounds not very nice, but they are delicious. Sparkles. They're a tray pie. They're not weird. It's like mince pies are amazing. I firmly believe everyone would like them. Like I don't like. It's not like some weird parochial thing. Like here's some like rotten shark flesh with some alcohol. Sorry, Icelanders. But it's not like that. It's like it's just like everyone would enjoy them. Everyone likes them. I don't like mince pies. Sorry, I only like the pastry part. You like the pastry part. See, you like mince pies. For some reason, it was at Thanksgiving this year. The person that made it to Massachusetts. Maybe they were Norwegian. I hate mince pies. They give me heartburn. Sorry. Well, to be fair, Helen, they give me heartburn as well. So I'll eat like 12 of them. That's all I'll eat. I'll just eat mince pies today. Plus whatever Lena happens to make. That's why I'll just eat mince pies. Mince pies and sweets. It's not good for you. I don't recommend it. There's sometimes best disinfectant. I mean, it can do. Or you're solar powered. Dried fruit, sometimes fresh fruit like clementine, sort of fat, traditionally suet, some sugar all boiled together. Yeah, but that sounds gross, but it actually isn't gross. Okay. We're going to do a 2-minute break. This is going to be difficult because... Okay, 1 second. While I peel off my... Shape of soup. Well, you've had your antihistamine, so you'll be fine. Windows are open, air purifiers on. You'll be okay. So, I look like a terrorist. Okay, we're going to do like a 2.5-minute break. Enjoy. I have an opportunity to hydrate, by the way. Get a drink. I'll see you in 2 minutes. Maybe 3 minutes.
Deck the halls with boughs of holly. 'Tis the season to be jolly. Don we now our gay apparel. Fa la 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 la. Troll the ancient Yuletide carol. Fa la 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 la. Appalachian sunrise meets my skin. Even with my eyes still closed, I can feel it coming in. Golden, golden, I'll follow only golden, 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 golden things. Mountain laurel high fives for miles in spring. Rainbow trout and a hummingbird wing. Golden, I'll follow only golden, golden, golden things. Gold hair, gold rings, gold leaves, gold anything, golden, I'll follow only golden, golden, golden things.
One moment, please, was true. I went to get myself a yogurt. It is this. I will not slurp it on the screen, but it is one of these. It is blackberry and some Christmas cake. Is that how it is? The scene in Harry Potter where Ginny feeds Danny Radcliffe and mince pie almost put me off them. I can't remember that scene. I'm going to have to look it up, but it's obviously copyrighted, so I can't play it. I will offer you all a little piece of Christmas cake. It has to be a little piece of Christmas cake because it's a little cake. Okay. I'm going to eat it away from the microphone. Okay. Mince pie is basically like Christmas cake and pastry. Merry Christmas! Concrete jungle, yuck. Because mince pies are amazing, but I do not wish to be fed mince pies. Force-fed mince pies. Exit 101, exactly. Like I think you get it, because what's the deal with not enjoying mince pies? Instead of mince pies, we have Pop-Tarts. We have Pop-Tarts as well. You've exported the Pop-Tart culture to the British Isles. We've had Pop-Tarts for quite a long time now. Decades. I remember I was at school when Pop-Tarts came in and everyone wanted Pop-Tarts for breakfast. You know what I mean? Like, I have a Galaxy dairy-free, gluten-free, solid caramel bar. That sounds nice. The texture of the mince can be tricky. Yeah, you don't have that much mince in a mince pie. We're talking like a teaspoon. Like flat, like it's mostly pastry. Mouth sounds into a microphone, that's bad. Don't do that, Mike. Okay. I actually cut out weird mouth sounds from my YouTube videos. So don't think that this is a representation of what an edited video looks like, because it isn't. Sultans and raisins, yeah. I'm eating a Pop Tart right now, brown sugar. When we talk about mince pie, let's understand mince pies. Okay, I'm gonna have to cook them. The child I heart mince pies and thought they had mince in them. Oh, mince. Yes, mince pies. Well, I know it's like, maybe try and make mince pie. Yeah, Toffle, I'm going to make them. It may or may not be like on stream because baking is not that interesting on stream. What I could do is I could clear this area, knock the cats away, and then maybe make the mince pies. But I just don't feel like setting up cameras and stuff right now. I want to put a camera on the floor and on the fish tank though. I'll do that. I'm not going to make mince pies on the floor though, obviously. But yeah. Do we have Pop-Tarts in this part of the world? Depending on what this part of the world that you're in is. Yes. Pop-Tarts are a thing. You can go to Tesco's and buy them. Yeah. Who knew sugar got so hot? Yeah, sugar can hold a lot of heat. Yeah, you can get Pop-Tarts. Exit 101. You probably can't get them now. You'll have to wait till tomorrow. I was at school and Pop-Tarts came here. Yeah. Yeah, Helen, the same thing. We had Pop-Tarts once, and it's like, I have no idea what the fuss is about. My partner likes mince pies with squirty cream on them. Yeah. Yeah, you could use squirty cream. Some people like them hot with like ice cream as well, or custard. I don't. You can satisfy your curiosity in 24 hours, Exit 101. You can go to your nearest supermarket and purchase some Pop-Tarts. Like, yeah, I only had them like 30 years ago. Yeah, same thing as Helen. When they arrived in school and became a big sort of trend. And yeah, had them once, thought this isn't that pleasant, and never had them since. There's vegan Pop-Tarts in Aldi, I think. Pop Twists, they're called. They're an okay snack. Okay. I can't remember exactly what. Like, I remember we had them once. Like, I remember we had them for breakfast once, and it was like, yeah, let's not do that again. Okay, I'm gonna eat the rest of my yogurt. It's only like this much, and while I do so, I'm gonna just put the Christmas song on again for 40 seconds, so that you don't have to watch me eat yogurt.
Hydra, baby.
Here's Hydra.
Deck the halls with boughs of holly. 'Tis the season to be jolly. Don we now our gay apparel. Fa la 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 la. Troll the ancient Yuletide carol. Fa la 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 la.
There we go. I mean, I actually finished that yogurt in like the very first verse, but it was too good to just stop early and let the thing play out. Swedish glacé. Now you're talking my language. But I still wouldn't have Swedish glacé with like a mince pie. Some people do. They heat the mince pies up, like maybe microwave them, and then put some ice cream. I can't. No. Mince pie has to be. It's kind of all about the pastry, really. And just roll pastry. It's vegan. No one knows it's vegan. Like if you put a vegan sticker on it, people probably wouldn't buy it. Like it's just, it is vegan, and you can you just get the instant rolled out stuff. So instead of having to make the pastry or buy it as a block, you can just buy it in sheets if you're lazy. And those sheets are the perfect consistency for making mince pies. Swedish glacé is a pretty solid choice, but guess what, Anne? Guess what Nina found on Vinted as like a little sort of Christmas present for the house, for us, right? She She said, it's written like Swedish glaze, exactly how you wrote it. But yeah, it's actually a really nice ice cream. Even if you're not vegan, try it. Try the Swedish glace. It's in a like a hexagonal thing. Unfortunately, they're slightly smaller now thanks to inflation. But yeah, anyway. Marmite on crumpets. What are you doing, Jenny? Don't do that to yourself. Butter, jam. Dylan once did peanut butter on them. Chocolate spread. Yeah, don't do anything like that. Just fruit jam. Actually, crumpets are way nice. I'd love some crumpets right now. But it's not Christmas prescribed food. You cannot eat them on Christmas Day. It reminds me of it was a clip that Meg shared in a video a few weeks ago about children and Christmas. Autistic children, or at least indeed the mostly mums. Sorry, it's not a gender thing, but maybe it is a gender thing. I don't know. Is it? What the hell's going on? Where are all the autistic dads videoing meltdowns? Maybe they are videoing it. Who knows? I have no idea. Anyway, there's this little girl, and she runs into the kitchen to get her normal breakfast as opposed to this lovely Christmas breakfast. And like, that's not a problem. Like, if you want to have like a non-Christmassy breakfast that you happen to have had the day before. What's the matter? What's the matter? And milkification. Yeah. Before long, it'll have milk powder into bulk up the ingredients and capitalism. And that just happens to everything, and it's a problem for me. And yeah, in fact, like Flora did that, and then they undid it. But yeah, this bloody milk powder ends up in everything. Yeah. Hi, GeoDragon. How's it going? Leila P has found the document. Congratulations. Don't let this stop you from scanning them in. I think you can just take photos of them on your phone now. If you're using an iPhone, it's iOS 18. It will now sort of categorize them because that use case is done quite a bit. People just take photos, but I like to put them into Evernote and then search for the text. You can search for text on Apple Photos now. I'm not sure about Android. Nina's an Android user. I have to ask her what's going on over there. So, time for another Christmas update. What's going on, everyone? Report in. How's the Christmases going? What's happening out there in the real world? It's actually a beautiful day here on the Isle of Man, actually, I have to say. It's actually a really nice day. We've had storms upon storms upon storms, and right now, not a drop of wind. I survived on milk for years. So did I, when I was like a baby. I'm just messing with you, but it's true. Helen, what's the normal one on Christmas Day? And kids used to open the presents afterwards. But I've always done that. Some years it took all day for them to open their presents. Yeah, it might just be like the case of like, oh, they've waited so long. What's like another couple of hours? I remember asking. It's the only time I ever asked my parents to buy me a video game, and it was way back in the 90s, and it was the full version of Lemmings. And I waited literally like 3 months or something for this thing. And when it eventually arrived, I didn't open it. And it was not because like wanting it like had gone away. It was just a case of like, well, I'd waited so long, it doesn't matter now if I wait a little bit longer. Weird. Strange. None of this download stuff. That wasn't a feature of my childhood, I'm afraid. Husband slaving around the kitchen while I'm sitting on a board on the couch talking to all you beautiful weirdos. Go into the kitchen. Bring your phone, tablet, laptop, device into the kitchen. Let's go. Same. I do not want to be responsible for the breaking up of relationships today by roasting live streams of people join instead of meeting their obligation. I hope you're all having a lovely Christmas. Okay, exit. How old am I? Clues in the channel name. But let's just go for it. Oh my goodness, Hydra's meow growls. Yeah, she's Well, I auto-tuned her, but apart from that, actually, do you know what I did? I was in a super rush to make the video. I had the idea for the video and I really wanted to play it yesterday. So what I did was I went and downloaded the video of the live stream where we were doing the cat yodeling. Hey, Natalie, Merry Christmas. Yes, do that. Yeah, presents with your sister and Kitty soon. That's amazing. That sort of like small little group thing is perfect. That is like optimum Christmas. You have achieved enlightenment, Natalie. You're a dragon. I'm mostly okay. A bit of anxiety about the end of the month and year, but it's nice chatting, listening to other streams, hanging out with friends recently. Nice. There have been quite a few streams going on lately, which is also a good thing. I think it's a wonderful thing that there is an online space. Online spaces, obviously, there's the Autisti-cats community. There are other communities too. A lot of people are in multiple communities. But it's like, when I use the word community, I'm thinking very broadly, and even offline. There is, although kind of online really is kind of where it's at, because you can kind of opt in, right? Anywhere, you can kind of run away to toilets and like get on there, get a bit of moral support. That's genuinely kind of you, Exit. I got ID'd in Tesco's. You know Tesco's. I was there one of the times. I was there with my kiddo, and he's now 17, but he was 16 at the time, maybe late 15s, like nearly 16. And we bought 2 Monster energy drinks as part of a weekly shop. We were doing a normal household weekly shop. There were 2 energy drinks in there, 2 Monster energy drinks, and they were for him and me, to be fair. And the cashier moved them to one side. And we were like, okay, what's going on? And then she sort of carried on packing. And then she was like, ID, please. And I'm like, what? Sorry, I didn't hear you. Like, you need ID for this. And I'm like, yeah, if you look under 25, you do. And I'm like, oh my God, okay, that's so kind of you. That's amazing. And I'm so glad I had a witness for that one. And then another one was on my own, and it was like a bit of cider. But like, yeah, no. I'm 43, but it's the autism. I don't know. The lighting probably. Good lighting. It helps. Good lighting is good. Oh, Nina, you scared Dottie back in the house. Oh, hey, Dot. Oh, Dot. It means you had him in 20s. Yeah, he was 27 when he was born. Good math. There would be. Skincare routine is everything. Just absolve you of all blueberry-related wonkerisms. Yes, actually, do you know what? That is a really classic Christmas movie. I might put that on while we're eating. I got Elvis Presley Christmas hits on record player. Classic. Just serving up. Enjoy your meal, Wendy. I hope the kittens don't jump up and grab something and run off, especially if it's not. Oh, one of the advantages to eating vegan is the cats are less interested in the food. They're not interested in it, and they will drink oat milk and things, but like they're less predatory. And yeah, good luck with that, Wendy. I hope the fluffy carnivores don't jump up and grab your food and run off with it and hide under a chair somewhere. It could happen. Good luck. Autism really takes 10 years off you. Because you're worth it. I guess from all the references, otherwise, yeah. I mean, yeah, I don't know if it's wanting to be inside, but I know autistic people. Tosca is walking back and forth trying to figure out how to jump up onto the windowsill, but she knows how to jump up. But it's like she's never jumped up before. I help. Maybe it's because I got a battery charger sitting on the side and it was in her way. Maybe that was it. Not tidied, but it's out of sight. Same thing. Sorry, what have I missed? I can't speak out much anymore. When I was working, a lot of people assumed I was younger and less experienced, among other things. Yes. Yes, there is that. Oldening. Oh, great. Get some jingle bells on. And some candy kittens. Welcome, if you've just joined in. My name is Mike. The lovely friends in the chat are the Autisti-cats. Next boss is on throne. Stop it. There might be a slight disadvantage to being autistic in that respect. I'm not sure. Went out to lunch with my son a few years ago. We just thought we were a couple. Yeah. It's funny, isn't it? Isn't it funny? I think it's funny. Because another clue that you might be giving off, a signal, is that if you're feeling the next boss is prayer moment pause. Yeah, that's true. The next, the thing is, you might be acting in like an unconventional way. You know what I mean? Like, it could be this sort of like subtle tells. We often get accused of being childish or infantilized. Could be that. As someone in the house here is doing loud snoring. Hug Blue, what time is it where you are? When I was in hospital, I thought my son was my husband. That's so funny. That's so funny. That's so funny. Marie snores. Yeah. Yeah, the kittens all kind of snore. I'm sorry about that. That'd be true for Wendy's too as well. They are a little bit snory. Oh, it was the sound of my dog snoring. Stephanie, I think it was like 2 a.m. and dogs were on the bottom of the bed. And I'm like, right, you guys, you gotta go in the crate. Sorry, I can't stand it. The sound of the snoring. The childlike is not infantile. Indeed. I think this is my hot take. There's going to be my live stream is full of hot takes. My long form videos are more considered, but live streams are more hot takey. And just as a hot take, I think the sort of like image of cool is almost missed in that there's no, like, you have to sort of suppress your emotions and not have fun, right? You can't display joy. That Chloe Hayden clip, where Chloe Hayden was effectively bullied. She was. I don't know if she's back now doing her social media, but if you follow Chloe Hayden's social media over the last couple of years, it hasn't been Chloe posting; it's been her team posting. Chloe Hayden has people. She is a fame, and she posted a video of a pod of whales. She saw a pod of humpback whales. And she was pretty happy about seeing a pod of humpback whales. Like, what the fuck? In fact, to be honest, what was she doing? She was moving her body. She was clapping a bit. She was just pretty happy. She was kind of, I would say, giddy with excitement for seeing a pod of humpback whales. I think Chloe's reactions or her action was very muted, actually, personally. I think if I saw a pod of humpback whales, the reaction that you would get from me would be Chloe squared. I don't like, that was a really bizarre one for me to watch, and I mention it from time to time because I think, you know, autistic people being bullied is one thing. You can find it if you go looking for it. If I want to make a video about autistic people being bullied, I can find evidence of that online. It's not difficult to find. it's not that at all. It's the fact that she saw a pod of fucking humpback whales and she was pretty excited about it. And she got relentlessly bullied about it. People making comments about her saying, oh, this is how I feel when I get my dinner or whatever. Or when my DoorDash arrives, this is how I feel. That sort of thing. I thought it was pretty muted reaction, to be honest, to seeing a pod of... Thank you, T-Fairy! To seeing a pod of whales? I would be out of my mind. Like, out of my mind. Just giddy with excitement. I'm so happy when I see seals in the sea. Even when the seal is on the land, it's hauled out onto a rock, and I'm in the water, swimming near it. It's incredibly impressive. Sheila, like people scream over jewelry in sports games, and that stuff is so basic. You are correct. My case rests entirely on that. Oh, look at all of those fans cheering like loons. Somebody kicked a leather bag of air. Isn't that impressive? Oh, they kicked it in the right way. Oh, they're sporting better than the other team. And I'm not shitting on that. I do find it weird, but like I'm not really shitting on it. I'm just saying like the whales, man. The fucking whales. The humpback whales. As featured in Star Trek. Some of you will know. But the whales? Huge humpback whales? Incredible. A pod as well, the family of whales. And also when they're playing or breaching or feeding, and I couldn't really tell because the camera was more on Chloe than the whales. We saw the whales, but I would have liked to have seen a bit more of the whales, to be perfectly honest. but I thought Chloe's reaction was very, very mild, personally. It's definitely, that reminds me, I have a video of over a dozen otters in California. I'll have to add it to the Discord. Yes, you can upload up to 50 megabytes, I think. Yes, upload it, please. And tag General Otter in. Otter would love to see it. What whale do the potters now? I can't see you seals, yeah. I prefer youthful instead of childish. But there's a lot of value about play, idealism. I mean, yeah. So, I'm not sure how we got onto this topic. I've seen basking sharks off the coast of Ireland exit. Me too. I've seen them off the coast of the Isle of Man. I've been in the sea waiting for a basking shark to come past and never seen it. My son's been in the sea with a basking shark. We have been within about 10 meters of a basking shark and not known about it. And I'm really annoyed because I really want to see a basking shark. The second biggest shark in the sea, the first one being the whale shark, then the basking shark. And then the white sharks, the great white, etc. I almost had a fit. Yeah, me too. They were incredible creatures, and we know so little about them. I believe it's about 1 a.m. Oh, amazing. So it's 1 a.m. Christmas Eve, as in into Christmas now? Or are you on the 26th? It's crazy spending a whole life trying not to be judgmental about people suddenly screaming at sports and gifts and whatever, and you get excited about nature. They go, well, yeah. And I don't want to not... I can't move on from it. I'm stuck on it. My brain is stuck on it. Because it's like that Chloe Hayden video. I saw the original and then I saw the bullying. And it's like, what? Sorry, what? This is not... this. If you want to see examples of autistic joy on TikTok, you can. In the same way you can see children's meltdowns that have been filmed by parents and family members. But you can see autistic joy too. But none of it resonates with me as much as a pod of fucking humpback whales. Holy shit. A bunch of autistic people, we could end up on any topic randomly. Yeah. Everyone just got you to do that, Mike. Thank you for the environment. Hey, I appreciate that. Thanks for making me feel a bit better about it. Yeah, I mean, whales, man. I mean, blue whales would be cool to see. I think humpback whales are on my list. I've seen orcas. I've seen Risso's dolphins, which are effectively a type of whale. They're about as long as a bus, by the way. Huge things. I've never been in the sea with dolphins. All right, let me give you one. Hey, Ashley, Merry Christmas. Here's one for you. So last year when I was volunteering at our pop-up aquarium, and one of the other divers came into where I was volunteering. I was working on with some of the displays, and said, "Mike, there's dolphins in the bay right now. Starlight and Moonlight, they're called. It's a mother and daughter pod, and it's sad that there's only two of them, but it's a mother-daughter pair, and they live on the Isle of Man. They swim around the Isle of Man constantly." And I just dropped what I was doing, ran straight out, and I did can I say this? Is it rude? I did a Chloe Hayden. I was just, holy shit. There they are, Moonlight, Starlight. I was right at the shore of the water. They were about 3 or 4 meters from me, reaching beautifully into the waves. It looked like the most amazing, beautiful thing you've ever seen. These two things. I'm like, even now, I'm just like, holy shit. Incredible. Some of my colleagues have actually been in the water with them, but you know, screw them. And then I'm back, and then I come back in, and I'm like, everyone, get out there now. I'm like, everyone, get out. Go look. Go just stand over there and look. You can see the dolphins in the bay. And no one gave me any shit for that. No one. There was no like, oh, look at that. Oh, Mike is acting autistic. There's none of that. Oh, that's how I feel when the waiter brings my food. No. Not one person. Like I would say half of the people there started to move outside so that they could see the dolphins. The other half didn't really give a shit, and they just sort of carried on what they were doing. People generally had smiles on their faces. I wasn't doing it for attention. It was incredible. There were people out there watching. Some people had binoculars. Some people had loads of people had their phones up filming these dolphins. You know what I mean? Chloe Hayden, she plays a character in Heartbreak High. She's an actress. But yeah, like, no one gave me any shit for it. I don't think anyone was filming me, though. To be fair, I wasn't there with like friends and we're out visiting dolphins or whatever. It just happened. It just was a thing. No one would have thought, like, some people might be rude or whatever, but yeah, so there you go. I'm like, that's the weirdest thing to get not excited about, because, you know, 99 out of 100 neurotypicals would be excited as well, although they might be a bit more cool and a bit more, you know, a little bit more, you know, look, I'm so cool, I'm not going to show any emotion at all, even though I'm incredibly excited. It's so fucking intense and amazing, but I'm going to be like, I'm going to be like a news presenter reading the morning news about the stock exchange. Yeah, it was just, hack on, Odinson. Merry Christmas, God Jewel, to you. It's awful. Not just exciting sea creatures, but like marine megafauna. The big shit. Mammals as well. These are, you know, with larger brains than ours also. Like, we share a planet with these things. Like, wow. Just astonishing. I think people are watching themselves and not the whales, whatever it is. Maybe that's why they're not overwhelmed. Exit. I like that. I think you've onto something. I think people are. Do you know what's really, really funny? When I'm in a social thing, when I've got people around, other humans, and they're close, I am monitoring myself. I'm doing the same thing. I'm going, how am I looking? I'm like quickly, almost like you're looking in a mirror, getting your hair done, and you're like, right, okay, is that okay? Is this okay? Is that all right? Am I talking too much? Am I looking weird? Am I staring? Am I not staring? Am I looking disinterested? Am I looking interested? Am I paying attention to the energy? Am I getting my voice level to the right level, etc.? What? Who got censored? What happened? Did somebody get moderated? So, like, you're micromanaging yourself and you're sort of trying to manage yourself, but then you're constantly thinking internally. And is what you're saying, Exit, that a typical neurotypical, we're taking like just one from a random sample, and they're seeing these things and they're around other people. And maybe if there was no one around and they were on a secluded little beach somewhere or a quiet cove, they would be like, yay. But actually, they're like, yay. Oh shit. Did I just show too much excitement? Do I need to just monitor myself? Do you mean like that? It could be like that. Could be like that, couldn't it? It could be that they're trying to make sure that their image is preserved and not given away by a bit of happy snot running out of their nose because they're laughing or they're happy so hard that they forget to wipe or sneeze. Could it be that? Nature Channel in Discord. I will be onto Nature Channel in Discord. Actually, I'm just going to go look now because I just think that's something else. I have to do some scrolling because we're quite busy. Oh my god. Okay, for those of you who aren't in the Discord, there's a shitload of otters. Okay, I won't show any more. I'm going to look at that later. That's amazing. It's just a buttload of otters just chilling, like lazing, like people just floating in a pool somewhere, just like, yeah, I'm just going to eat off my belly and pass me a beer, and I'm just going to like stare at the sky. I'm going to hold someone's hand for no reason. Otters, yeah, otters are something else, honestly. Especially the sea ones. I've never seen them. They're not here. But if you go, California is really famous. There are kelp forests in California. We have kelp forests too, but the Californian kelp forests have sea otters in them, and they're just amazing. Otter croutons. Well, yeah. I mean, there are sharks that prey on them. Yeah, they're just like so nimble in the water. The seals are so nimble in the water. They are just incredible. They're just like, no, in the real sea. My understanding is the underlying difference in holistics is an instinctive terror of not fitting in rejection that they're born with and we aren't. They can't imagine others not having that instinct. Yeah. It's... I liken it to like learning to dive, or better, learning to drive. That might be more relatable. And then, like, when you're learning to drive and you're sitting in this car and you're in this weird position and you're like, oh my god, I don't know what is what. You don't know the size and shape of the vehicle, and you've got to move. In the UK, particularly, it's manual or stick, as you folks might say. And you've got to learn how to do that. So you have to push a clutch in and then change gear, but only at the right time, only at the right. And you're doing all of these actions, and your brain is using this type of thinking that requires an intense amount of processing. But eventually it just becomes second nature and you just do it without even thinking. You can literally drive for like 10 miles and not even realize that you've done it, sort of thing. Like, it just becomes instinctive. And it's like that, I think. It's like, oh, shit, am I fitting in? Am I not fitting in? Am I doing this? Am I doing that? And you're sort of overthinking. I think that might be where RSD has a connection as well. I think there might be a link with RSD because, you know, obviously if you're doing all of this processing, extra processing, you're thinking, oh my God, did I offend them? Did I upset them? Did I say the wrong thing? Everyone hates me now, etc. I don't fit in, can't fit in anywhere. Unless negative self-talk comes in, which, you know, it's just probably hot take. Mike hot take. I haven't researched it. Mike hot take is probably just a consequence of this type thinking. People don't know there's an Irish Sea. Do they not? It's big. It's very green and very cold and full of interesting things. Maybe that's why so many people hate on the self-diagnosis. Yeah, I still don't understand that. I do occasionally get comments, but I don't think they're very well argued. I don't. I'm sorry. If anybody would like to have a conversation or a debate about self-diagnosis and your identification, let me know. Once we establish our terms, I think we'll find we'll agree more than disagree. Because a lot of the sort of anti-self-DX folks are like, well, you wouldn't diagnose yourself with cancer, why would you? And it's like, well, do noise-cancelling headphones help? Not a lot of people know about the Celtic Sea either. I love sea otters. We have river otters here too. Oh. Cancelling headphones. Ah, if only. If only noise cancelling headphones actually cancelled the noise instead of made it so that you don't really notice it so much. Like if you put on Exit 101, have I died World War II Rex? No World War II ones. Earlier and later in World War II. Oh, German U-boat. But yeah, tons and tons of wrecks. The oldest one was an Elizabethan one called the Gresham. Most of the wrecks I've dived are older than World War II. Although, here's the thing. Everybody. There, in World War I, the German fleet was taken to the sea near Scotland, and it was scuttled there. This isn't intentional. It's actually, there's a really cool story about it. Basically, after World War I, the German sort of big iron ships, battleships and things, there's a whole bunch of them. And like, what do you do with them after the war? Well, the war is over. What do you do with these big German World War I cruisers and things? Well, you capture them, including their crew, and you take them to Scotland. And then you argue about who's going to get them. The French wanted them because the French, Scarpa Flow, yes. The French wanted them because the French had a shit navy. And look, there's some amazing ships here. Let's just reuse them, just give them to the Allies. And the Brits didn't want anyone else to have, because the Brits had the biggest armada, the Brits had the biggest navy in terms of numbers of boats, and they didn't want anyone else to have more boats. Do you know what I mean? So as every one of the Allied nations and stakeholders argued over who is going to get these battleships, the conditions on those ships got worse and worse because, yes, they were full of German sailors. And everyone was getting sick. They had very little to eat. They had very little to drink. They were shitting on the boats. I don't know why they didn't poo over the edge, but they were literally, the boats just became giant diseased toilets. So what are you going to do about it? Well, there was one German admiral who had permission from the Allies to travel between the boats. And he did. And as he travelled between the boats, he formed a plan. And that plan was to scuttle them all. The Germans weren't going to let the Allies take the ships, they were going to destroy them. And they enacted that plan and scuttled a whole bunch of the boats. Not all of them got scuttled because the plan leaked, but too late. That German fleet sunk, most of it sunk to the bottom of the sea. And it is a dive site. It is a recreational dive site. It's quite deep. It's all deco diving, so decompression diving, multiple cylinder type diving, rebreather diving. But there's some amazing ships down there. We're talking big ships, big cannons. I don't know anything about them. I'm sorry. This is where my autism runs out. But they're down there, and yeah. Just think about it. All the German boats all packed together. All very convenient, really. So you can go look at them. More in the next stream, because this conversation is going to take hours, so I don't want to ruin it now. But I want to go and see those boats. I would like to see them. I'm not actually that interested generally in wrecks, although I have dived a lot of wrecks. Need to top up your autism, Mike. What I need to do is find an autistic dive buddy who doesn't give a shit about the creatures and is only interested in rusty steel and rusty metal. And then we can go together and info dump about the stuff that we've seen. I will be fascinated by the orcas and this other person, whoever they are. They may not even exist. It can be like, oh, this was built in blah, 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 and it used these rivets made from this village, and it was built here, and can tell the story about the scuttling of the ships, the scapa flow, better than I can. But the wrecks are sort of conveniently kind of 30, 40, 50 meter depths.
I like rusty spoons.
Says Toffel. Who's back, by the way? I hope your social went well. These days it'd be a natural disaster for sure. Enjoy dinner. Oh, people are going for dinners now. Amazing. Amazing, 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 amazing. Self-diagnosis man flu. Yes, I do that. Yeah, so Scapa Flow, I would love to go to. Part of what puts me off is it involves traveling with people. And I like meeting people. I love meeting people. It's great. I just don't want to be in a bus and travel with them all. Like, just saying, I'll sail, but I won't dive. You can stay on the boat. I mean, it's amazing. But like, I'd love to go and see these ships. I think that would genuinely be super, super interesting. Most of the shipwrecks I see are like wooden, or there's not much left of them. Boilers and things. I'm looking for the big crabs and things. You know, some amazing crabs. There's I can tell you some of the shipwreck stories. Like, there's a shipwreck. 11 crew. That's 13 crew. 11 died. 2 survived by scaling a cliff in the fog. It was back pre-World War. Yeah, 1911. And it's got a boiler. The boiler is intact, and living inside the boiler is the biggest crab I've ever seen in my life. Like crabs, lobsters, they actually, once they get past a certain size, they can't be caught because they won't fit in the traps. And they've got no natural predators, really, past a certain size. And they can effectively live forever until disease or something gets them. I have seen huge lobsters, massive, massive lobsters. Zebra, yes. Nina the Tea Fairy is preparing food right now. Like, yeah. Live stream will end, but it will restart because I will eat and refresh myself, and then I'll be back. We're gonna keep this thing going. We have dinner in the evening, but OH is making lunch now. Nice. Yeah, so it's a relaxing time here. It's only 9 a.m. here. New house, yeah, exactly. So this crab, there was a lovely Scottish nurse who was diving with us for a while, and she said, I'm going to do a Scottish accent. She said, "Did you see that?" No, I can't do it. Purple bugler alarm. Did you see the... I can't do it. I'm sorry. For some reason, my brain is not allowing me to access the Scottish department. They appear to be off for the holidays. She said, "Did you see this giant crab? It's like Tamatoa. It's like the crab from Moana." And I'm like, the Tamatoa crab? And she's like, "Yeah." And I'm like, "Shiny, like a treasure from a sunken pirate wreck. Scrub the deck and make it look shiny, like a..." Yeah, that song. I can do the whole song if you want. I like it. Moana's a good film. And the next time I go diving on this thing, I'm doing the dance. Why not? Life is precious and fragile at times, except for that crab. That crab's going to live forever. It's huge. It's a massive... It's a Cancerpagoras brown crab, like a edible crab, if you will, or king. No, that's a spider crab. But anyway, yeah, it's a big. The carapace is like this, and it's stuck in there. It basically now cannot leave because it got in there, and then, you know, obviously food came to it and whatever. It's making a good living in there, and it's just growing and growing, and now it cannot leave. I'm pretty confident it can't leave because I've seen it there for years. This crab. I'm going to be so sad when it dies, and I really want that the crab shell, this carapace. It's a bit intimidating, I'll be honest. It's a big crab, but it does move very slowly, and it looks like you'd expect it to look kind of gnarly, like a final boss in a video game. It's got stuff growing on it, and it's big and doesn't really move much, but it's alive. It would go in there. It would go in a museum. It would go on this wall here. It could go behind me. It'd be huge. It's huge. So what's going to happen is I'm going to go and get something to eat now, and I will be back. What time will the stream resume? It'll resume as a new stream, as like a separate stream. I should probably just leave one stream running, I guess, but it will be on at When's episode 2? I hate making eye contact with you. That one starts at no, that's the last one. Thanks for translating neurotypical for me. That starts at 5. Yeah, I'm calculating. 3 hours. In 3 hours' time, there will be a new stream. Put a timer on your phone or something. Free him! Free the creature! I would love to free the creature. But it's in a shipwreck boiler. Like, it's solid. I don't even know what it's really made of. I have another stream scheduled to start in 8 hours. Oh, yes. Oh, I've just made that very big. There you go. If wonderful day. I probably missed it next year. Oh no, it's fine. What happening? I'm going to keep this running until food is ready. Basically. Okay. Who would like an info dump about nudipranks? Is that like how we are? Is it? I think it probably is. Nothing pathological here. I guess in 100 years, the crab could probably free himself. Yes. Yes, it's probably going to go boom. It'll just be like, it's just a massive crab. It will probably... We're all living on its shell. We all just live from worms to intestinal worms. There's a lot. We have to be specific about what kind of worm we're talking about here. From intestinal worms to crabs. Enjoy unboxing or dinners and all that. Absolutely, Gwen. Absolutely. Got to get on Minecraft later, I think. One mince pie equals 1 push-up in the new year, possibly. Oh, that's for future Mike to worry about. He's got a Christmas cake. He's got yogurts. There is actually food. Crab people. Tastes like crab, looks like people. The crab people South Park thing is wrong. Those are lobsters, not crabs. In fact, here's another one. An apology for you all. I knew there was something up. Helen, I was finding a video of a dive on a wreck of Scupper Floats, put in Discord for you. Honestly, I've probably seen it. Yeah, please feel free to put it in there. I've probably seen it. I don't know a huge amount about the shipwrecks and the shipwreck facts. They don't really stick in my brain that well. I'm like, I can now identify different parts of wrecks and things and go, oh, that's the prop shaft, that's the chain locker, oh, that's the. But it doesn't interest me that much. Like, does that make sense? Right. Hang on a second. Anyone going for an autism assessment? Probably going to be interested in this one. Oh, no way. Oh, we're going to have to do this later on the stream. Oh, we are doing this later on the stream? Okay, sorry. Can I get it on Kindle? Sorry, everyone. I know that the stream has suddenly become less interesting to look at, but I've just had an idea, and this is my idea face. I don't have Kindle on this computer. Damn it. I think we should do the Flying Frogs book. I think we should do a specialty in tales, a Flying Frogs book, Tuesday by David Wisner. I think we should do the Flying Frogs book. We should take it in turns to read a page. There's nothing to read. It's just a picture book. You have to make up the story yourself. That's the whole point. Let's do an autism assessment. Let's do an autism assessment. I have to eat something in a minute. But then we have to do the autism assessment together. I can get it on my iPad and I can cast it to a page that I can share on the screen. Later today, we are going to do the autism assessment book. Yes, show that a page and we'll have a sentence each. Exactly, Helen. And then we'll compile it and we will release it. Oh, do you know what? No, that will get me in trouble with psychologists. They'll get so angry with me. Let's do it. The stream is effectively for adults. So it's not like the children who the book is aimed at will be using it to rehearse an autism assessment. We should do it. I'm going to miss the assessment, sadly. Oh, no way. Shape of soup. You won't get your with God. They're toads as well. Someone commented that they're toads, not frogs. And they're right. They are toads. They're not flying frogs. They're toads. That person deserves the autism for today. Helen, you're absolutely right. It's not actually the psychologist. It's ADOS. The modules cost thousands of dollars. It's like a subscription thing. Because, of course, we need a standardized way to administer the diagnostic criteria, and that's what ADOS is. I didn't have ADOS in my assessment. I had DISCO. Maybe ADIR. But yeah, it wasn't ADOS. But we should do the frog or toad test. That's what we should do. I'm gonna get it. I need to see. Is it available on like Apple Books or something? No, Kindle. Kindle doesn't always have pictures. That's the problem, and it's a picture book. Or I can download a sample, so I can test it before purchasing it. I actually want to send somebody the book, though. I think I'm going to have to actually. Right. Jenny K, you're actually right. The book wasn't written for autism assessment. It's 100% true. That's worth pointing out. That is a very valid point because it's a beautiful picture book, and You kind of make up your own story. We just do it later. But have you heard of face spiders? Would you like to? Oh, psychological damage. Psychic damage. That's horrible. Okay. I'll show you what I'm talking about. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. You got me with some psychic damage, and I'm not going to forget it. It says, Tuesday evening around 8. It's actually quite funny, really, when you think about it. Layla P. It is hard to see. I will show it properly later. We'll do it properly later. We'll put it. I'll screen share it, and we can make up our stories. I actually think the pictures are quite cool. I do like them. I think they're all quite good. Ah, Jansen, Merry Neurodiverse Christmas to you too. We were just doing the autism test. Concrete Jungle, face spiders catch flies that try and nest in nose and ears. Stop it! That's psychic damage. Oh, my face hurts from that one. We need to do I think we need to do a specific. We need to do a tea and sales. And then obviously being autistic. We should do that too. We should do all the things. Do everything, everywhere, all at once. The book is actually for 7 to 9-year-olds. She swallowed the face spider to catch the fly. Right, I'm going to go off to eat some food. I will be back. Please take a look at the live page of my channel because it will give you all the details for the next stream. Rather than just leave it running.
Hydra, baby.
Deck the halls with boughs of holly. 'Tis the season to be jolly. Don we now our gay apparel. Fa la 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 la. Troll the ancient Yuletide carol. Fa la 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 la.
Hydra, baby.
Deck the halls with boughs of holly. 'Tis the season to be jolly. Don we now our gay apparel. Fa la la la.